After the race, Indy cars zipped through D.C. streets for the first time in history. We're going to hear from fans around the track, but when commuters can get downtown again after the cleanup.
And forget about summer weather. How about bringing right to fall weather? Oh yeah, we're going to have a little taste of that coming up. We'll talk about for how long in just a bit.
Also talking about Virginia pot shops that are set to open next year. We've got how businesses are gearing up for the sudden supply demand. Cancer breakthrough. Screening for pancreatic cancer continues to be a major hurdle, but we've got a major development to treat it. It's come to the DMV. The local doctor going beyond the microscope. Plus, back to school savings as kids head back to class. When to catch the savings opportunities for supplies, clothes, and lunches, and all to stretch your dollar. Good Sunday evening. Thank you for joining us for DC News Now at 9 o'clock. I'm Ben Dennis. Well, the first of its kind Indy car race in the district, it's now in the history books. The Freedom 250 Grand Prix reportedly brought out 100,000 fans near the National Mall. It promised plenty of speed, high-octane action. The inaugural event did not disappoint racing fans. Take a listen.
I'm actually working, brought a group out here to catch the Freedom 250. My first time seeing anything like this. It's incredible.
Florida's Kyle Kirkwood stood on top of the winner's podium along Pennsylvania Avenue after facing a field of international travelers. DC News Now's Dave Laval reports how long commuters have until detours downtown are lifted.
Crews are cleaning up following the completion of the Freedom 250 Grand Prix. As for the race itself, you couldn't ask for nicer conditions. Plenty of sunshine and lots of excitement from fans, and not just those who made it inside for the race.
No tickets.
But that doesn't stop Pennsylvania's Ron Chica from enjoying the Freedom 250, even if he can't get inside to see it.
It's not frustrating. This is great. I love being amongst these people.
Crowds gather outside Gate 1, which provides some of the best views inside the National Mall where the race happened. That's what drew the district's Nat Lewis.
To come down for a 250th Grand Prix or any celebration, it's the last one I'm going to do in my lifetime. And that's how I'm looking at it. It's my last opportunity to come down and celebrate this wonderful city, this wonderful country during my lifetime.
The Grand Prix ran out of tickets back in June, about a month after organizers first issued them. Some fans worked around that challenge as they lined patios of surrounding buildings to watch the race. Pretty much, though, those without tickets did not get inside the National Mall, and most people we spoke to seemed fine with that.
I tried to get tickets when I heard about them, but they were already sold out, so, you know, it is what it is.
The suites that went up along 3rd Street Northwest in front of the U.S. Capitol and the Champions Club along 7th Street will be removed. Along the National Mall in Northwest, Dave Laval, DC News Now.
Thanks to Dave. An exciting weekend. Of course, several roads are still closed as that cleanup will continue and reportedly through September the 3rd. So for a full list of those closures that are lingering, everything you need to know, and plan ahead for your commute, folks, head to DCNewsNow.com, search Grand Prix. All right, meteorologist Scott Sumner is here with a check of the forecast. And guess what? Before kids go to school in D.C. and Montgomery County, Prince George's County, and Fairfax County this week, it's going to actually start to feel like fall, Scott.
Yeah, so kids will feel right at home, right?
Yeah, right.
Be like, oh, okay, let's just fast forward to September, why don't we? Yeah, as far as what we have in the outdoor forecast for August, yeah, October weather's coming. August 24th. Clear skies out there, not humid at all. Temperatures in and around the Beltway, upper 50s, lower 60s, a light west wind out there tomorrow. And then we'll top out roughly in the middle 80s here. I'm just calling it a beauty because that's exactly what it's going to be. It's going to be a beautiful afternoon across the DMV. All right, so here we go. We have a pleasant night ahead. That's going to be great. And we got that fall-like feel to start the week. But it doesn't last long. Of course, it never does, right? Heat, humidity, storms, they arrive later in the week. No extreme temperatures, though. No triple-digit heat or anything of that nature. We'll talk more about the 7-day forecast and show it to you coming up. Ben?
Looking forward to it, Scott. Thank you. New tonight, D.C. police say they're looking for 2 people after a shooting in Northeast. They say those bullets flew near 300 Douglas Street, not far from the Edgewood Rec Center. Police have not shared detailed information at this time. However, they say 2 black men armed with handguns were possibly seen in a Toyota Camry. No word if anybody was hurt, but anyone with information about the suspects are asked to call police. And new details tonight in Maryland. Montgomery County Fire and Rescue responded to 2 separate incidents at the popular Billy Goat Trail off the Potomac River today. A spokesperson for the fire department says crews were called after a young adult had fainted. They refused to be taken to the hospital and were reunited with family. Then somebody else fell and hurt themselves, possibly fell into the river. They were initially recovered by crews in a boat and sent to the hospital. No word, though, on their condition. And in Fairfax County, police say a motorcyclist suffered life-threatening injuries from a crash in Annandale. Details are limited, but this happened earlier this afternoon and at the intersection of Braddock Road and Pine Road. That's not too far from Barcroft Plaza. EMS teams say the man on the motorcycle was taken to the hospital for his injuries. No word what led up to the crash. An update tonight, the man accused of trying to assassinate President Trump and members of his cabinet, all at the White House Correspondents' Dinner, he actually returned to court this week. News Nation correspondent Tom Dempsey tells us why there's still no trial date for the suspect.
Earlier today, Cole Allen appeared inside a courtroom here at the federal courthouse in Washington, D.C., wearing an orange jumpsuit and in shackles for this case revolving around the attempted assassination of President Donald Trump during the White House Correspondents' Dinner back in April. No trial date was set, but we do know now that Allen will be back in court in October. Allen has already pleaded not guilty against these charges facing him. But during the hearing today, the prosecution said it has taken lots of time to get all the evidence of discovery into the hands of the defense, which led to the trial date not being set today. Lawyers added that they have gathered lots of evidence, including videos, which could be used during the trial. Again, Allen has already pleaded not guilty, but he now faces multiple charges and could spend the rest of his life behind bars if convicted. A surveillance video from the event captured the moments this all happened, with investigators accusing Allen of rushing a security checkpoint with a gun and knives with the intention of trying to get to President Trump. Moments later, Allen shot the gun, hitting a Secret Service agent in his bulletproof vest before law enforcement stopped him. Investigators needed to get President Trump quickly off the stage nearby as this all took place, but investigators say Allen allegedly traveled cross-country from California and checked into the hotel the day before the shooting. Now, moving forward, we expect Allen to be back in court in early October. In Washington, D.C., I'm Tom Dempsey, News Nation.
Our thanks to Tom for that update. Well, before the first day of class, results are in for the status of D.C. public school students and their test scores. It shows students made some small gains over the past year. The citywide standardized tests show English language arts proficiency is up 2%. Same goes for math proficiency. Proficiency rates increased across the city in nearly every ward, we have learned. This also marks the 4th year in a row that D.C. has seen increased proficiency rates. The test is given to 3rd through 12th graders. In the Commonwealth, Virginia Governor Abigail Spanberger has outlined her education goals as kids and teachers go back to class. The governor says her priorities include more funding for schools and to recruit and retain more teachers. Recent national test scores for the Commonwealth show only 40% of 4th graders scored it above math proficiency. For reading, it's just 31% who performed at or above grade level.
It's the largest investment in public education that Virginia has ever made. But importantly, within that, it is investments in early childhood education. That's investment in community schools, so schools where there are additional services provided to families and students.
The governor says the testing data will assist leaders to figure out where teachers may need more support and additional resources. And also add that's to help students master a particular subject. Hundreds of families in Maryland could soon be without a critical education initiative. Montgomery County leaders say the White House is making changes to the federally funded Head Start program, and it helps 700 children in the county prepare for school. Our Tosin Fakile helps us understand the potential impact.
Basically, the Trump administration is really trying to deregulate Head Start in that proposal of rulemaking that was filed earlier this month on the Federal Register. It's looking to basically cut back on what it's calling federal bureaucratic burden on the programs, and they're trying to rescind and replace Head Start programs, like the standards for those programs, cutting back those federal bureaucratic standards on there, basically trying to give states their policies, let state policies take over where possible, and just basically hand over things back to parents and the local Head Start centers. And, you know, in 2024, the standards and regulations listed out for Head Start, it's about 34 pages. And now it seems officials are saying they're trying to draw that back just to 10 pages.
To see Tosin's full interview, go to dcnewsnow.com and under the More tab, click on Sunrise on the Hill. DC News Now is going to help you stretch your dollar. Starting tomorrow, we will have several new ways to save as we start the school year, specifically shopping for clothes, school supplies, and packing lunches too. How to prepare your kid for the school year on the right foot. You can watch it on the DC News Now streaming app, on Apple TV, Roku, Fire TV, and Samsung TV. Coming up, the debate over your subscriptions, a lump sum or monthly payment plan. Help you stretch your dollar to see which one might work best for you. Save some pennies here and there. And ahead at 9:30, the trade war is intensifying between the United States and who? Canada. Follow why that's the case as we take a live look outside after the first of its kind Grand Prix in D.C. Reagan National Airport actually saw some disruptions today because of flyovers as a result of that. No more. Scott Sumner will let you know what weather will be flying over our heads in the coming hours and days.